we meet once again. Earlier sessions we talked about ecosystem, food chain and food web. In today's session, let us learn about ecological pyramids. It is not something like what you see in Egypt, but why do you think we are combining ecology and pyramid? Let us understand about this in today's session. In an ecosystem, trophic structure can be represented by comparing standing crop or energy fixed per unit area at different trophic levels. When the ecological parameters such as number of organisms, biomass or energy at successive trophic levels are plotted, they assume a shape of pyramids. Thus, an ecological pyramid is a graphic representation of ecological parameter like number of individuals or amount of biomass or amount of energy present in various trophic levels of a food chain, with producer forming the base and carnivores at the top. Hence, we call them ecological pyramids. Ecological pyramids were first devised by a British ecologist, Charles Elton, in 1927 and are therefore called Eltonian pyramids. In a pyramid, various steps of food chains are represented sequence-wise with producers at the base, herbivores above them, followed by primary carnivores and so on, with carnivores at the top. An ecological pyramid can be upright, inverted or spindle shaped. There are three important parameters of each trophic levels in a food chain, that is number of individuals, amount of biomass and amount of energy. Accordingly, three types of ecological pyramids are recognized: pyramid of number, pyramid of biomass and pyramid of energy. What are pyramid of numbers? What does it represent? It is the graphic representation of number of individuals per unit area of various trophic level, stepwise with producers forming the base and carnivores at the top. It indicates the numerical relationship between different trophic levels of the food chain. Mostly, the pyramid of number is straight or upright with number of individuals in successive higher trophic levels, decreasing from base to apex. The maximum number of individuals occurring at the producer level. They support a smaller number of herbivores. The herbivores in turn support the fewer number of primary carnivores and so on. Top carnivores are very few in number. For example, in a grassland, a large number of grass or herbs support a lesser number of grasshoppers. The latter support fewer number of frogs, and the frogs too still smaller number of snakes. The latter support to very few peacocks or falcons. Similarly, in a pond of ecosystem, a large number of phytoplankton support a lesser number of zooplankton, followed by carnivores, fishes and top carnivores like shark or kingfisher. In a food chain, the organisms of higher trophic level are dependent for food and energy on the organisms of lower trophic level. At each trophic level, about 90% of the food is wasted or consumed up in respiration, and only about 10% is transferred to the higher trophic level. Therefore, the number of individuals in the successive trophic levels decreases from base to the tip, and the shape of the pyramid is upright. In a tree ecosystem, an inverted pyramid is obtained. A large tree provides food to several herbivorous birds. The birds are in turn eaten by carnivorous birds like falcon or eagle, which are smaller in number. Now, let us talk about biomass of pyramids. The amount of living or organic matter present in a particular environment is called biomass. It is measured both as fresh and dry weight. A graphic representation of biomass present sequence wise per unit area of different trophic levels, with producers at the base and carnivores at the tip. In a terrestrial ecosystem, the maximum biomass occurs in producers and there is progressive decrease in biomass from lower to higher trophic levels. It is found that 10 to 20% of the biomass is transferred from one trophic level to next in the food chain. Thus, 1000 kilograms of vegetation produces a biomass of only 100 kilograms of herbivores, which in turn form only 10 kilograms of biomass of first order carnivores, that give rise just 1 kg of biomass of second order carnivores, and so on. Thus, a vegetarian diet can support a larger population than a non-vegetarian meat diet. In an aquatic habitat, the pyramid of biomass is inverted or spindle shaped, where the biomass of trophic level depends upon the reproductive potential and longevity of the member. Biomass is high only in case of long-lived organisms. Thus, the biomass of phytoplankton is less than that of zooplanktons. It is still more in the primary consumers, and so on. We discussed ecological pyramids and biomass. Now, we will focus on energy of pyramids. What is this energy we are talking about? A graphic representation of the amount of energy trapped per unit time and area in different trophic levels of a food chain, with producers forming the base and carnivores at the tip. It is always upright, since it takes into consideration the total energy trapped by a trophic level in a unit area and time. The energy content is generally expressed as kilocalories per m square per year. Maximum energy content is present in the producers. Energy content decreases as it passes into higher trophic levels because of its utilization in performing life activities and overcoming entropy as well as dissipation as heat. From this session, we have learnt the flow of energy from one trophic level to another, that is, from producers to consumers. Hope to see you soon with more information. Thank you.